everyone, it is Tuesday, March 18th, and I am coming to you guys with my Bart's Books haul. So if you saw my previous video and the video before that, my husband, darling that he is, surprised me and took me to Bart's Books in Ojai, California for our 10-year anniversary. Bart's Books is a world-famous bookstore. It is the largest independently owned open-air bookstore in the United States. It attracts tourists from all over the world. And it was one of the coolest books. It was the coolest bookstore I'd ever been to in my life. I absolutely adored it. And the whole trip was actually wonderful. Ojai is such an idyllic city. It's so beautiful. And we just had a blast just connecting and geeking out over books. It's one of the things about my husband that I love the most is that he loves books just as much as I do. We bought, I think, like 19 books in total. Okay, we went apeshit. Okay, seriously. Like, I was just running around in there, like the kids in the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I mean, my eyes were just this big. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And so I wanted to show you guys the books that we got. I actually have some other hauls that I need to do because my kids, the book fair is starting right now, and so I bought some books from the book fair, and then I got some of the free books from the library, and then I got like a free book from that bar that I go to that has karaoke, and they have books that you can take, and then it's my birthday, so I'll be getting books for my birthday, so for this month, it's probably just going to be a lot of hauls, and so if that annoys you, I'm sorry. I promise you I'm reading things. I'm not just amassing this, huge pile of books. But I am actually trying to read them as well. But I knew this was going to be a month like this because there's just a lot going on between my anniversary and my birthday. And there's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So a lot of books getting bought. But let me go ahead and talk about the ones I got because I really want to try to keep this as short as possible. You guys know that I am long-winded. Okay, so let's keep it going. So, yeah. Which one do I start with? You know what? I'm going to start with this one. I got this book for my daughter. It is called Varmints. And it is by Helen Ward and Mark Crast. And if you guys don't know my daughter, she's really, really weird and quirky, and I love that about her. And so when I saw this little illustration, I just had to get it. But this book is actually absolutely adorable. I am in love with this book. The illustrations are just stunning. They really are. It's such an interesting book, and it's kind of about the ills of modern industrialization, but kind of simplified for a child. But I love this book. I bought it just really for the picture, and then I read it and fell in love with it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love this book. It was $6 if I'm not mistaken, yes, and it looks pretty brand new, so it was a really good find. I got Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I've been wanting to read this book for a really long time, and I think it's just really cool that a woman wrote a book about Frankenstein. I feel like science fiction is generally kind of a man's thing, or at least traditionally, and especially at the time when this was written, I'm pretty sure that was a very male-dominated genre, and so I'm really, really excited to read this. And this book was $5. I'm really, really thrilled about this one. I got My Secret, Post Secret, My Secret by Frank Warren. I check Post Secret religiously every single solitary Sunday, and I've done it for years. So I would love to eventually own all of the Post Secret books. And so when I saw this in there, I had to get it. And it's so cute. It has stickers. Oh, that's just the blue page. Stickers. It has like a bunch of stickers in the front. I mean, how adorable is that? But I am so thrilled that I got this book because Post Secret has been a big part of my life for the last couple of years. So when I saw this, I just knew that I had to have it. I also got Rilke's Book of Hours, Love Poems to God, translated by Anita Barrows and Joanna Macy. My favorite literary quote of all time is by Rainer Maria Rilke. I absolutely adore this quote, and so I want to have all his stuff. And so I'm going to read the quote to you guys. It is not inertia alone that is responsible for human relationships repeating themselves from case to case, indescribably monotonous and unrenewed. It is shyness before any sort of new, unforeseeable experience with which one does not think oneself able to cope. But only someone who is ready for everything, who excludes nothing, not even the most enigmatical, will live their relation to another as something alive. I love that quote. It's how I try to live my life. And so when I saw this, I had to have it because I'm a big Rilke fan. So, yeah. I also got The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lack by Rebecca Skloot. I actually heard about this book in a Rincey Reads video. I'll put a link to it down in the bottom. She was recommending some books to read for Women's History Month. And this book is super interesting because it's about this African-American woman who she died of cancer, and the medical community in where she lived, they took her cells and did all this medical research and made all these medical advancements with her cells, but they never told her, they never told her family, and so her family was pretty much poor. Meanwhile, they have this woman's cells, and they're doing all these great medical things with them, and so this is a book about the whole ordeal, and so it sounds very, very interesting, and that was $7. The Rilke book was $6, and the Post Secret book was $10. So I've been meaning to tell you guys what the prices are. I got True Grits by Charles Portis. I love this book. I've read it already. This book is hysterical. It's not supposed to be funny, I don't think, but it cracks me up because the main character is so stiff and so rigid and so stern that, I mean, it's just hysterical to me. So, and this was $7.50. I'm really glad that I finally own this because I love this book. And I love the movie. It's one of those rare instances where I love the book and I love the movie. Yeah. I also got this beautiful, beautiful book, and it is Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert. It was $5. It has like the really uneven kind of pages that I really like, and then it has like a little tassel in it. I got this book because it was on this list of like the 5 most, you know, the best literary novels or something of all time. This book was on there. Hamlet was on there. Infinite Jest was on there. The Great Gatsby was on there. And The Brothers Karamazov. I have now Madame Bovary. I have The Brothers Karamazov. And now I have The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which is also another book that I got. Madame Bovary was $5, by the way. This was $3. I bought this book because my husband bought it for me a long time ago for my birthday or something like that, and I lost it. And I remember reading it and not really liking it. And, you know, I want to give it a second chance and see if maybe upon second read if it gets better. So, but unfortunately I won't be getting to that this year because I won't be rereading any books this year. But this is definitely on my list to reread next year. Maybe next year all I'll do is reread. Who knows? Anyways. So, yeah, and that was $3. And the reason why it was $3 is because it was totally marked up, and it has a bunch of, like, highlighting and notes in it and stuff. But you can't beat $3 with a stick. Holla if you hear me. So, sister cheap. The next book that I got is Indigo by Graham Joyce. Honestly, I bought this book for the cover because it is beautiful. Like, look how pretty that is. I mean, it's just gorgeous. But the other reason why I bought this book is because it was very striking, and then it says, there's a quote by Stephen King at the top that says, clever, engrossing, and very scary. I was up until 1 in the morning. I guess it's about this guy who makes himself disappear with his mind or something like that. At least that's how it sounds. It's very vague on the back, but it's supposed to be very scary. And if Stephen King was scared, y'all, I'm pretty sure this is a scary book. And I've been kind of wanting to read some scary books, which is crazy because I'm a total punk in real life. But I've been wanting to kind of read some scary books and even maybe read some Stephen King too, because there's just something about a book scaring you that's like super cool. So, yeah. So those are all my books, okay? All the books that I got. And then let me talk about my husband's books really quickly and try to keep this as short as possible because it's already at 9 minutes. So, my husband got The Fight for Equality in American Century by W.E.B. Du Bois. Or, I don't really know. David Evering Lewis, I guess, is the one who wrote this. Maybe it's his biography or something. Anyways, something to do about W.E.B. Du Bois. It's hardcover. My husband's into all that stuff, so he got this. And this was $8. This huge book. And it looks so good. Well, there's a little water damage. But this huge book was $8. Awesome. He got Neuroses and the Human Growth by Karen Horney, M.D. The Struggle Towards Self-Realization. Because he's a weirdo. He got Great Illustrated Classics, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table by Howard Pyle. This one was in the children's section, so he got that for the kids. He got the autobiography of Malcolm X as told to Alex Haley. And this was $7. It's hardcover. Cover's gorgeous. The King Arthur book was $4, and the Neurosis and the Human Growth was $6. He got, this one is super exciting. Honestly, I think I'm going to steal this book. He got Sit on a Potato Pan Otis and More Palindromes by John Agee. So if you don't know what a palindrome is a word or a phrase that can be read the same, forwards or backwards. And so this whole book is nothing but palindromes, and it has all these quirky little illustrations that almost kind of reminds me of a Shel Silverstein book a little bit. And this was like the cutest book ever. And it was, let me see, $6, and it's adorable. So he got that. He got a Bernstein's Reverse Dictionary by Theodore M. Bernstein. A reverse dictionary is you look up what you're trying to say, and it gives you a word for it, which is really cool. Because, you know, sometimes you're like, I'm trying to say this, but you don't really know what word you're looking for. And so with this reverse dictionary, you look up what you're trying to say, and then it gives you a word for it, or several words for it, which I think is really, really cool. Because we both love words and language, and so we saw that, and that was right up our alley. Then he got Greek Tragedies Volume 1 and Volume 2 by David Green and Richmond Lattimore. They're the editors. This was $4, and this one was $3 because it's kind of beat up. I don't really know where he got this, but it sounds interesting. Should be. And then lastly, he got The Complete Fairy Tales of the Brothers Grimm, translated by Jack Zipes. And this was $8, and it's pretty big, and it's a hardcover. So those are all the books we got. I think it's 19 in total. We got the kids a couple comic books, and that was pretty much it. But it was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trip. It's a great place. If you live in California, you're anywhere near Ojai, I encourage you, definitely take the trip and go there. It's unlike anything you've ever gone to in a bookstore. It was just a wonderful book shopping experience, and the staff was so friendly and so very knowledgeable, and it was so well organized. For all the books that they had, it really was very well organized, and it was just, you could totally get lost in there and not complain about it. It was wonderful. We loved it. And so I will be making some more hauls because, like I said, I have a bunch of like kids books that I've gotten, so I think I'm just going to do a haul of like the children's books that I've gotten, and then I've gotten some other ones too, but I might wait until after my birthday because I'm pretty sure I'll get some more. I know my mom told me she was going to get me some books, and I pretty much told all my friends that that's all I wanted, so, and my husband too. So we'll see, but I definitely did want to talk about what we got from Bart's books since I was just so excited about having gone there at all. So I hope you guys like this haul and, you know, see some titles that you love or that you've been wanting or different things like that. Comment at the bottom. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great, great evening. Bye-bye now.